Yo, what's going on, ladies and gents? My name is Arbuckle. Welcome back to another video. Today we're back on Black Ops 4, and I wanted to share with you guys some tips and tricks for improving your kill-death ratio in the game. I know players are always trying to improve their KD, whether that be game by game or just their overall stats in general. And I wanted to share with you guys a few things that I really think will benefit you guys when it comes to doing so. So without further ado, let's jump right into some of these tips. So the first tip that I have for you guys is to always play the way that you're used to playing. You want to play aggressive, but you don't want to play too aggressive. I'll use me, for example. I'm someone that always plays aggressive. I'm always rushing. I'm always pushing into enemy spawns and just running around like crazy. And when I tend to care about my KD, when I start thinking about it, I tend to change my gameplay completely, which is not the right thing to do. I'll start to be campy. I'll start to sit back and just be much more conservative. And that's something that will ruin your chances of improving your KD if you're changing your game style completely. You don't want to do that. You do want to play a little bit more conservative. Obviously, it's not the best idea to just kind of run right down the middle of the map every single game or every single time you die. But you don't want to change. You don't want to stray away from the way that you're used to playing too much, because if you do, it's going to feel completely different, and you're not going to do as good as you would if you just didn't care. So again, play aggressive, but not too aggressive. Start to play a little bit more conservative. Don't stray away from your normal game style. The second tip that I have for you guys is using Dead Silence and Ghost. These are two perks that I think are absolutely necessary. In Black Ops 3, it was Dead Silence and Blast Suppressor. In this game, they don't have Blast Suppressor. Obviously, we can't jump around. But Ghost and Dead Silence, I think, are absolutely necessary. Dead Silence is always important. I mean, since, 7 years ago, people started using military-grade headsets, and we're in 2018, so everyone can hear literally your character breathing from feet away. So you want to make sure that you have dead silence so that people can't just hear you running around like a horse and make it easy to kill you. And then I feel like Ghost is very important too, especially if you are playing aggressive. If you are someone that likes to run around the map, having Ghost is going to be very beneficial, especially if you're trying not to die as much. A lot of people are running UAVs, especially since the game is fairly new. A lot of people are still running UAVs all the time, and without Ghost, you're going to be on the radar almost the entire game. So having Ghost is going to allow you to push into those spawns, continue to be aggressive, but not sacrifice your location. And I think that it's very important to have Ghost and Dead Silence. So figure out what class you want to set up, or what class you want to have, and try to find a way to squeeze both of those perks in. The third thing I want to talk about is Scorestreaks. I personally think some of the best Scorestreaks you can run are UAV, Hellstorm, and Attack Chopper. If you don't think you're good enough to get the Attack Chopper, you don't want to risk trying to camp to get that thing. I know sometimes it can be difficult. The Lightning Strike is just as good. I love the Lightning Strike. I think the Hellstorm and Lightning have always been two of my favorite Scorestreaks in the Black Ops series. I know a lot of you guys are really good and are probably going to want to run higher score streaks, and if you feel comfortable to where you can get those every game, I recommend doing it. I don't want to tell you what not to do, but I think that for the average player, running UAV is always good because it's always going to give you that advantage, always let you know where the enemies are and help you to get more kills than deaths, obviously. And then the Hellstorm is pretty much a guaranteed kill every time. I got on the other night and used the Hellstorm for the first time in forever and got a 5-man first try. So I feel like the Hellstorm is always going to be at least a guaranteed 1 kill. Most of the time you're going to get 2 or more. But yeah, always run the Hellstorm. And then again, the third one I recommend running is either Attack Chopper or Lightning Strike. Lightning Strike is much easier to get. You're not guaranteed a kill. Most of the time you'll get kills with Lightning, but the Attack Chopper is just so damn good in this game, and I think that it's definitely necessary. You generally get a lot of kills with it. I love them. It does depend on what map you're playing on. You do want to pay attention to that. If you're playing on a map where there's not a lot of outdoors, it might be smart to just run the Lightning Strike. But if you're playing on a map like Slums where everything is open, the Attack Chopper is definitely the way to go. The next thing I want to talk about is using weapons that you're comfortable with. I know I preach in my videos all the time about how you should switch guns and try out new guns so that you can figure out what you're good with, because a lot of people get attached to one weapon and one weapon only, and they don't want to stray away from that. But when it comes to trying to get your KD up and trying to get a good kill-death ratio, this is the time where you want to get attached to a weapon. You want to use a weapon that you're comfortable with, that you know you're going to do with. If you're trying to get a good kill-death ratio, experimenting with other guns is probably not going to be in your best interest. So make sure that you're using a class setup that not only you know what you're doing with, but you have attachments and you have, all the extras that come with the weapon so that you're able to do well. So make sure that you're playing with guns that you're comfortable with. The final tip that I have for you guys is probably the most important, and that's to play with a team, play with friends. And if you don't have friends on, then build a team in your game. first of all, you should always be playing with friends if you want to win and you want to do good. That's just how it always works. You're always going to do better if you're playing with people that you can communicate with, that you know, instead of just playing with randoms. And I know a lot of you guys will get on and you don't have friends on, or maybe you just don't have friends in general. I don't know your situation. But if you get in a game, most of the time people are talking. Black Ops 4 is a lot of fun. I know a lot of people are friendly in this game, not like back in the day in Modern Warfare 2 Xbox 360 days where everybody just talked trash all the time. But if you get in a game and you notice that someone's doing really good, you shoot them a message, try to talk to them through the Xbox or the PlayStation or whatever you're on, and let them know, like, hey, you know, you're good, I'm good, let's get together, let's team up, and let's like try to do good. You know, like, it's not that hard. A lot of people are very shy and don't want to try to do that, but if you do that, you're gonna win a lot more games and you're gonna do much better overall, leading to a better KD. So these are some tips that I think will really help you guys out. If you guys have any questions about any of them or have any extra tips, anything to add on, make sure to leave it down in the comment section below. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see all you guys in the next video. Can we be friends?